Over 200 Community Futures offices are located throughout Canada and provide small business services to people living in rural and northern communities. In Manitoba, there are 16 regions, 5 of which are located in the north. Community Futures North Central Development serves the North Central region, which consists of 17 communities. Our office is guided by a board of directors comprised of members from each community. So, what exactly do we do? We assist communities with business and community development by offering a variety of supports and resources, such as business loans, training workshops and information sessions, and providing one-on-one support to entrepreneurs. In other words, we are the place to go to when you want to find out how you can start, manage, or grow a business, or get a community project off the ground. Over the next few weeks, you are going to hear us talking about social enterprises. So I want you to get familiar with what a social enterprise is. Basically, it's a business that can be run by an individual, a group of partners, or even a whole community. But rather than its focus being on making a profit, the focus is more on how the business helps the community. Or in other words, what is the social impact of that business? It kind of falls somewhere in between being a nonprofit organization and being a for-profit business. So welcome to Business Basics Community Conversations, and let's see if you can get inspired to make a difference in your community. Good
Hi, Michelle.
afternoon. So I'd like to start by acknowledging that we are on Treaty 5 territory, home of the Cree, Dene, Inuit, and Métis people. So big welcome to everyone, and nice to see you again, Roy.
Yes, and nice to see you. Letting the hair go all flowing out now. Getting a bit relaxed now, aren't you?
Hey, yeah. Plus,
Yeah,
spring is
welcome.
on in the way. Don't have to wear a hat so much.
Okay, whatever. Yes. Yeah, welcome to Business Basics, everybody. Hope that we're getting a few people watching every week. You know, there's always nice, interesting things, and we're giving away all these tablets. So it's turning into a thing. So thanks for tuning in and share this around, and let's keep this going. So what's
Yes,
happening? Yeah.
and we're on episode 5. So we have had 4 guests so far, and we have been accumulating a lot of knowledge and sharing of ideas. And we've been keeping track in our Nuggets of Wisdom slideshow that Roy's put together for us. And I wanted to just kind of touch on what we've learned so far concerning, advice that's been given to us in. It could be for how to start just a regular business, but it can also be for a social enterprise. So that first one, love what you do. And something I just wanted to mention with that is that, yes, you can love what you do, but there's always going to be parts of certain jobs or tasks that you don't really like doing. But the overall, what is the purpose? What is the main goal of doing this enterprise or this project? It has to be something that you love and can be passionate about.
Yep, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Next button. There. You gotta know your community and what they need. Really, it's a good fundamental place to start with a business, right, Michelle? It's filling a gap in the community, but what they need as well as kind of what they want. And the rocket
Yeah.
is a great example. Yeah.
Because you might have a great idea or think it's a great idea, but if nobody's going to buy it or nobody really sees a need for it, then, you're not going to be successful.
Figure out the financing sources. That's you, Michelle. You're good with helping people, get on the right track financially in the beginning and the workshops that you've been putting on and things. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. In our office, that's one of the main things we do is helping people figure out, in their business plan, the financial end of it and how they're going to fund this project. Is it doable? Is it realistic? Do they have some money to put down for this enterprise that they're planning?
Start with what you have, whether it
This
be a
one I love.
puppet or a fire, whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah. And I think sometimes, people, they want to start too big. And it's not that that's bad, but we have these big ideas and we can see where it's going to go. And we have this great vision, but sometimes you need to start small and work your way up, because not only is it about, having enough money for the project, but do you have enough skills? Have you developed yourself? Does your team have the skills needed to pull off, whatever project it is that you're looking at doing.
Yeah, if you just start doing that you think the business is going to be, also you find out if you like it before you start throwing
True.
money in and your time in. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Think partnerships, the bee to the flower.
Yes. Yeah. And that was, when we talked with Stephen Larocque with Arctic Gold Honey, there were a lot of partners involved in his project and in his company, right? Like it's him and his dad, I believe, that run the company, but they have a lot of, they've really created a network of partnerships to work on this together.
Mm-hmm. You really got to win over your customers as well as partners to help you deliver your project, right?
Yes.
Unify your community's mission and vision. That's partnerships and everything. This came from Jody Linklater, which encompasses quite a lot. And he's a CEO, and he's this, that, and the other. So this is a real overarching kind of holistic view at doing a social enterprise or business in a community, right?
Yeah, and it was really getting everyone on the same page and with the same mission and vision and working all together, because there's a lot of moving parts, especially with what he's been working on, and he really showed us last week the difference, or like the two parts, right? There was the social enterprise with the education and training and all of that, and then there was the other part, which is the actual business end of it, and just how they can all come together. So you really have to have that unification of
Sure.
everyone involved.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we've learned a ton.
Well, yeah, I'm going to start up a couple of enterprises at the end after this. Yeah, I know too much.
Well, and today we're moving on to something I'm pretty passionate about, and I've been involved in with Community Futures North Central Development. When I first started back in 2006, I was the environmental coordinator, and I started working on some recycling projects. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, is recycling. And we were able to talk with somebody about some battery recycling. And Roy, can you tell us a little bit about that?
I'd like you to tell us a little bit
Sure.
about the battery.
Let me stop it. So yeah, we're speaking with Nick DiVirgilio
Yes.
of the Thompson Lions Club. And I was learning as we went on with this interview what he's been up to, but he's certainly been getting the whole community together to recycle batteries from big ones, small ones, everything in between. And he's been doing this for 25 odd years. So we had a chat with Nick. Shall we play back the little interview that we had with Nick?
That would be great.
Okay, let's get Nick. Everyone check out this interview with Nick DiVirgilio.
I'd like you to tell us a little bit about the battery recycling program that you've been running with the Lions Club.
Okay, we've been running this now probably over 25 years with the Lions Club. And we collect the battery from City Center Ford, which are main suppliers that they keep all the batteries for us. And we usually ship 15 pallets a year, between 15, sometimes 18 to 20. Depends on how many pallet battery collect.
So Nick, do you know what happens to those batteries? Like, do they just make new batteries?
Yes, they get recycled. So the lab, they recycle everything, any batteries.
So even like those little cell batteries?
Yes, we collect every one of them.
So then people living in Thompson, they can just drop off their batteries at these different places?
At the North Center Mall.
At North Center Mall?
Most of the time they bring it to North Center Mall at the bowling alley.
So, the thing that really strikes me is that, you mentioned that it's over 1 million pounds of batteries that have been recycled. And, those batteries could normally or would normally just go to the dump.
Correct.
Right? So, and it's so bad for the environment to have those batteries seeping into the earth. So it just seems like such a win-win, right? Get them out of the landfills.
Correct. Also,
reused.
Also we got a lot of money out of it because we built the Lions Park and where they're playing by the river.
Yes.
The Lions, we spent about $400,000 there. We paved the roads and the parks. They all came from the batteries. And also the revenue, we built the museum, the walkaway, and we donate $250 every year to different schools for their playgrounds.
Wow.
Okay.
And that's They all come from the batteries.
So Nick, what was like when you decided to start this, what kind of made you and the Lions Club want to do this? Like what sparked that? Do you remember?
The Lions Club 25 years ago, I think 27, I believe, that we applied for the environmental permit. So we can collect the batteries and we meet all the regulations.
Right. So Nick, a lot of our viewers live in the outlying communities around Thompson, and they might not be doing anything with their batteries right now in terms of recycling. Would they be able to bring their batteries to Thompson?
Yes, they can bring the battery here if they would like it, and as long as I know when they come in, and we can provide some funding back to them if they bring it in town, because we have to do pallets. Probably give them 50% of the revenue, whatever they bring in, back to them, so they can use the money to do any other project they like, donate to the school or whatever.
It could be on a small scale as well, right?
That's fine, because they can come in with the truck and they can stop at the bowling alley. It says, okay, I got the batteries. We can unload in our place because I have a storage there for them. And we're trying to help everybody out. And mostly the city of Thompson, the homeowners, they save the battery for us. They bring it to me at the North Center Mall. And if they can't deliver there, we'll pick up on the spring.
Thank you so much for sharing this with us.
No, I appreciate that. I'm hoping that more people collect, save batteries. A lot of people, they can't deliver it, but we pick it up. And it's all volunteer work. So from the Lions Club.
This is great. Great social enterprise. Well, thank you so much, Nick, for being on our show.
Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate it. I hope everything goes well. And I hope a lot of people that they can bring it in and we'll support them as much we can.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Yeah, that was a great chat with Nick. He's been doing it for a while and he really knows everything about it, and it's great. And see how much money they've been putting back into the community as well.
Yeah. And he said, like he's really created a network throughout Thompson. He goes around, or the Lions Club goes around, the volunteers, and they'll collect all those batteries twice a year or something like that. And they have they've collected like over 1 million pounds of these batteries, but there's also drop-off places throughout Thompson, and one being the North Center Mall. So if people have, just your little AA batteries or hearing aid batteries, whatever, rather than throwing them in the garbage, just keep them in a baggie. And then when you just drop them off and they'll get recycled.
Excellent. Well, I think, and they can contact Nick and he can give more information. If I'm sure he'll have some suggestion for anybody anywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Or be involved with them. Yeah,
that's right. And, people from the outlying communities, if they work together, and it could be just one entrepreneur, or it could be a community group or school group or whatever, collect them when a truck is coming into town, like just a pickup truck, put them in the back and bring them in, and they could make some money off of it.
I'm sure Nick wouldn't mind if you started something like this up in your own community.
He's encouraging it for sure. And the other thing that he mentioned after our interview was that the Lions Club also recycles glasses, like eyeglasses. So he said they usually collect about 1,000 pair a year, and they send them to Winnipeg Lions Club, where they get repaired, and then they get sent out all over the world to whichever places are in need of eyeglasses. So they don't make any money off of that, but it's doing two great things. Number one is it's helping people get glasses who normally wouldn't. And the other thing, though, is it's keeping them out of the garbage, right? It's reducing our waste and reusing something that could be used again.
Yeah, he's got some great vision on that one.
Yeah, so if anybody's got glasses to bring in, they can also drop them off at the bowling alley. Or he also mentioned the optometrist offices at Westwood Mall and the Plaza have drop-offs as well. And then still talking about recycling.
Michelle loves recycling, guys, if you haven't noticed.
I came across this company called Precious Plastics, and I just think it is the best idea. And because it's small scale, it's something that is very doable in our communities here in the north. And there are many communities that aren't doing recycling. Recycling has a lot of barriers to doing it. One of them is the shipping of them out of some of these places to market, right? Like it's just too expensive to ship out. But what if you could process it right in your own community? Take those recyclables, make them into something new, get a new product right in your own community.
What if, Michelle, what if I played a video that showed people what it's all about, and then they can start it up in their own community?
Okay, let's see.
Plastic bottle.
Plastic waste.
An ocean of plastic trash.
Plastic.
Plastic. Plastic.
Plastic. Plastic.
Plastic. Plastic.
Plastic.
Plastic is, well, it's everywhere.
So I guess by now you are quite aware of this big plastic waste problem. But all of this isn't really waste. With some love and care, the right machines, and with the right techniques, you will see that it's a precious material. This new precious material can be turned into big colorful sheets to make stuff with, a brick to construct walls, small functional objects, or fancy furniture. We, the Precious Plastic community, develop tools and machines to recycle plastic. And we've been doing that for 6 years, open source for free. And now it's time to take it to the next level. And we all need to work together fighting this massive problem. But how do we start? First, we need you to collect, clean and remove the label of your own plastic waste. And then bring it to a local precious plastic collection point. If you don't have a collection point or recycling community in your area, you can start your own recycling business and grow the community. Starting a business might seem scary, so we created starter kits. The starter kits are a package of information with everything you need to start your own small workspace. We created different packages for different workspaces. You can, for example, start a sheet press workspace, or shred plastic into small flakes in a shredder workspace, or build machines and sell them to others. And they all work together on a local scale and are globally connected, sharing knowledge. And we call this the Precious Plastic Universe. So if you're an entrepreneur, you can start your own business. And if you're not into business, share it around with your neighborhood. Some of them might want to start a local recycle network. Visit preciouplastic.com for more information.
Cool, precious plastic. There's got to be someone in each community that gets a kick out of one of those ideas and gives something a go. I like it how they really decentralizing the whole idea of like giving you everything has to go on a train or a plane or a truck to a huge big company to do all the recycling. But why not just do it yourself?
And you know, they have the blueprints for free to make the equipment, which can be made out of recyclables, you know, like out of old washing machines or parts from old fridges, or I don't even know, but they can be, if you're mechanically inclined, it could be a project of putting these machines together, or you can buy the machines. And it's not that expensive to get into this. So I'm hoping that this sparks some ideas for people or some motivation on what they can do. Yeah. And that's,
you can make those things in my background, these colorful like beams. So plastic beams that for like building materials. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I guess it's time for our prize.
There's a prize? Oh, okay. We're going to spin the wheel. Yeah. Well, last week, as in every week, we give a question and then we give away was a tablet, a Lenovo Smart tablet, to somebody every week. So all you got to do is watch, and you get to this part of the show where we give a prize away, and then after we give this prize away, I'll tell you how to win the next one. Shh. Okay. So let's get this wheel. We've got last week we had Jody Linklater, and he was talking about heaps of amazing things at ATEC and whatnot, and we asked the communities what kind of training you'd like to see in your community, and we had everything from construction to finance to what else do we have, like heavy machinery.
Oh, there was so many different ones that were mentioned.
So there was a few people, all these people gave a great little suggestion, a little nugget. So, okay, we are looking at the wheel there. I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel. So this person's going to get a tablet Michelle's going to send you. Let's check it out. Boom. Oh, I got to click the button in the middle there. Are you looking at the wheel? Can you see that, Michelle?
Yeah, I can see it.
The Wade Cole has just won himself a Lenovo
Looks-
smart tablet.
Yeah. Wade is our winner.
Wade's our winner. Yeah, I did see that comment, Wade. Thanks for putting it in. Watching
Congratulations.
The show,
That's awesome.
Going to get yourself a Lenovo tablet. So how do we win the next one? Well, ladies and gentlemen, what you have to do is this one's to do with recycling. So we've seen all the great ideas, what you can recycle, how you can recycle. So we're just after recycling ideas. Can you give us an idea, maybe a product that you'd a kind of waste material in your community that you'd like to see recycled? So pretty straightforward. You know, you can elaborate on that a bit. Maybe you can tell us where you're from in your comment as well. And just say, hi, it's me from Churchill. I want to see the recycling of plastic bags or something. And so just put that into the comments of this video. And next Wednesday, you're going to be on that wheel winning a tablet, probably. Maybe.
That's right.
Terms and conditions apply. Okay, so there we go. I'll post this up later, guys, and you'll get the reminder about how to win that. But congratulations, Wade, and there you go. There's the wheel done. Michelle?
Perfect. Okay, so coming up next week, our guest is going to be Blair Lundy, and he is an entrepreneur who lives in Cranberry Portage, and he's going to share with us a little bit about his story, how he got started, and kind of how he ended up where he is right now. And so I'm really looking forward to having him as our guest. And the governance training that we've been putting on today is the last one of this series. And we had 8 people sign up for it. So that was really good. And that one's,
well, yeah.
Yeah, and that one's on the essentials of succession planning. But, you know, we're also going to have 2 governance training sessions in March. One is, I don't have the poster for it yet, but one will be on March 16th and one on the 23rd. And it's going to be on the board governance basics. So for anybody that missed the one that we had on Wednesday, February 3rd, we're going to run that one again. And one will be a daytime, and then we'll also have an evening so that, you know, if you miss it during the day, you can join in for the evening one. So that's coming up. And the other thing, the Indigenous Women's Entrepreneurship Workshop, that is going on right now. We are fully booked. So we filled all of the 10 spots for that. And we have an amazing group of women that we're doing that with. So if there's anybody that is interested that didn't get on for that one, you know, send me a message. You can call the office, say, hey, I really am interested. And we may run a second series of that as well. And one more that's coming up, there's a social enterprise for nonprofits workshop coming up Tuesday, March 2nd from 2:30 to 4:30. And anybody that's interested in that, contact our office, 204-677-1490, or send us an email at ncd@northcentraldevelopment.ca.
Great.
Or, yeah, that's right.
Thanks, Michelle. I'm glad you're finally letting your hair down.
Well, hey, it's week 5. I guess we're getting used to this show now and kind of our routine. I think we have our groove, eh?
Yeah, we better not rest on our laurels. We got plenty of things to that can throw us some extra spanners in the works. But it's heaps of fun. It's live, guys. So yeah, this is you're with Michelle Pruder and Roy Mexted, and we're having fun. So keep watching and keep watching out for the show every Wednesday.
Okay.
And all these workshops from Michelle. Get involved with what she's got on offer. It'll keep you entertained.
And educated and inspired.
Yeah.
I could go on. Okay, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. All right, guys. See everyone next week. Bye-bye.